Hello everyone, I am Praveen Prasad Sinha, and this is an assignment regarding designing of tall building. Uh, the course was conducted by Skyfi Labs under online courses by AICTE, and this designing was being done on ETAB software, ETAB version 18 software, and I'll let you know what how the designing goes. This designing, what I have done, is of 5 by 5 grids, 5 by 5 grids, and it's about a tall building that is of 25 stories I have considered, and right from first floor up to 25th floor, the stories are not similar. So at various there is a sectional differences in all the. So I have considered right from first floor up to floor number 8. I have considered the complete shells, that is of 25 5 by 5 shells, and from story number 9 to story number 15, I have considered 17 shells, and then from story number 16 to 21, that is 6 stories. Hello, it can be seen here that right from story number 9 to 15, this appears like this: 17 shells, 3 that 4 shells have been discontinued right from story number 9 to 15. So this is how it goes, and from story number 16 to story number 21, 16 to 21, uh, this is of 9 shells I have taken. So it appears like this, and from again from story number 22 to story number 25, I have considered 5 shells, and the fashion of 5 shells is in this manner. I'll just show you here. So this is how the stories have been decided from story number 21 to story number 20, from story number 22 to 25. This is how the stories have been decided, and I have considered right from very beginning, from ground floor up to 25th as 25 story tall building I have designed in this ETAB. So what we do in the very first stage, what we do is we have to first of all define the IS codes, what we are going to adopt for concrete and for the steel sections. So in that we have to go first to the file menu, and then we have to select new model, and in this new model, here you can see already I have put all those in by default. It's appearing by default over here, the metric SI sections, and then in the steel database there was America already, something like written like that. So we have selected Indian in that, and then in that drop down list for the design of steel design code, I have selected IS 2007, and again for concrete design code I have selected IS 456 2000 from the drop down list, and then click OK, and then it is considered. This is the thing. So now for the selection of the grid, what do we do is I have selected some 5 grids on both the X and Y sections. So we'll have to write down in the X and Y 5 grids here, and in the Y direction again 5 grids over here, and I have considered some so in this very first new model selection, we did it already. This is done, and the grid selection we have already. I'll tell you how the grid has been selected. So grid, what I have considered is 5 grids, 5, and each of the grid to grid distance is 5 meters. It's 6 grids I consider over here. No, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There are 6 grid lines, and there are 5 grids actually. The grid base, 6 grid lines are selected, and each of the grid distances are of 5 meters, And again from the stories, what we have to do is we have to go to the number of stories. Here it has been listed as 4. We have to go change this to 25, and each of the story heights what I have considered in this design is of 3 meters. There is already an option over here that the bottom story you can keep according to what you wish, maybe higher than 3 meters or maybe lower than 3 meters according to your wish. So here also I have considered as 3 meters. Now click to grid and then click OK. Once you click OK, the grids what I have considered is already done. So this is how it is taken. Then we have to define each of the element sections what we have considered, like that of beam and then that of columns and the claddings, and we have to define the loads also. Loads, that the dead loads what we have considered, then the live loads what we have considered, and what the cladding loads are there, and the width loads. Here in this case I have considered the dead loads as 2 kilonewtons per mm square for all the stories, and then live load as 5 kilonewtons per mm square from story 1 to story number 8. Then again from story number 9 to 15 I have considered as live load as 4.5 kilonewtons per mm square, and then from story number 16 to 21 define, we have to shell loads, you have to do it, load patterns you have to say, load type dead loads. So dead loads you have to go add new load. When you say add new load, because here is already done, so we cannot introduce a new one over here. We have to go to a new model and then we have to do it. Already once one design has been made, you can't overlap something in that. So we have to go to a new model and select and do things whatever we want to. Okay, so I'll just tell you how we went to all these things. So similarly I'll tell you so the dead loads what we have considered was of 2 kilonewtons per mm square for all the stories. Live loads for each of the story from 1 to 8 was 5 kilonewtons per mm square, and from story number 9 to 15 it was 4.5 kilonewtons per mm square. From story number 16 to 21 it was 4 kilonewtons per mm square, and from story number 22 to 25 it was 3.5 kilonewtons per mm square. And for the cladding load, that is the exterior wall, what we have considered, it was 0.2 kilonewtons per mm square was the cladding load. So once the loads were assigned, then we went for drawing section, and for the drawing what we need to do was we need to go to this draw menu, and then we have to select draw beams and bracings, and then there is a quick draw option, quick draw of columns. So whatever columns you need to select, you have to select those columns, or you have to select the complete columns from this story. If it is a similar story which we have considered over here, you need to go to story, change this to all stories, and this it will be adopted for all the stories. You have to select all those columns in this grid, and then you have to go and then make it OK. So all the columns will be drawn accordingly for all these stories. Again, for let me tell you one more thing. While defining columns, defining stories and all, let me tell you what stories and all. Stories, there is a customization. Here in my case, right from story 1 to 8, the shells were different. From story 9 to 15, there were different shells taken considered, and from 16 number story to 21 number story, the shells were different, and from 22 to 23, the shells were different. So there is a customization. You can consider it in the customization. You have to go and just do that story customization. Then only you can go ahead with those new model. I just let and tell you in the new model. To do it in the new model, you get all those things. There is a story customization. The next step in this drawing is drawing the claddings. We again need to go to draw menu and then select floors and all, and from this we have to select the portions of the claddings. We have to select each shells in each of the stories, and accordingly the slabs are drawn. Okay, so once this is complete and all the drawings are completed, we have to assign loads. So from this assign menu, we have to go to this shell loads. From this shell loads we have to select from the dead loads, and the dead loads we have to what we have already considered as 2 kilonewtons per mm square in each of the cells, right from cell number from the story number 1 to story number 25, we have considered as a dead load as 2 kilonewtons per mm square. And then we have to subject the building to assign the building to live load, right from first story to story number 8, that is 5 kilonewtons per mm square, and then from story number 9 to story number 15, is 4.5 kilonewtons per mm square live load, and from story number 16 to 21 is 4 kilonewtons per mm square, and then from story number 22 to 25 it is 3.5 kilonewtons per mm square live load, what we have considered. And again from this assign menu we can go to for wind loads. We have to assign for this wind load. Prior to that we have to go to define, and then we have to define the wind loads from there's a yeah, from here. So wind load we have select here. Wait, no, it's not this way. Wait, just wait one sec. From this define menu we have to go load no, this is not load cases, load combinations. Wait. For defining of wind loads we have again to go to load patterns, and from this load patterns already we have considered dead load and live load. We have to select wind load, and from this wind load we have to assign wind load IS code. This is IS 875 1987 what we have considered here, and from there we have to use modify lateral load column. So when we say modify lateral load, we have to go for the calculations, and for each of the from this map and all we have to go. I have considered this building to be constructed at Bangalore, and at Bangalore you find the wind speed is 33 and terrain category is from 5.3.2.1. If you go to that page you will find out the terrain category is 3, and from structure class is C, and risk coefficient is 1, and topographic K3 factor is taken as 1. So again once we click it OK, this is the thing considered. Okay. So and then for assigning loads we once you see this grid line you will find that at A, that is at grid A, it's not the whole building is facing, only a part up to a part of the building faces the wind, right? From story number 1 to story number 8 it is going to face, and from this after story number 8 you will find that a part of the wind loads is subjected at grid number C. Again at grid number D you will find it's in the leeward direction the wind load is applied, and again at grid number F you will find that wind load is applied in the leeward direction. So in order to apply the wind loads we'll have to go to elevation plan, and then according elevation plan we have to select which elevation we are to subject the wind. So here you can select A grid, B grid, C, D, E. So once you select A grid and click OK, you will find that this is done, and then that face is available for subjecting the wind, and there is a calculation in that IS code 875 about the wind loads according to the height of the building and the width of the building considered. The height of the building you already know that the height is 3 meters in each story, so 25 into 3 is 75 meters, and the width is 5 into 5 is 25. So height upon the width is 3. 75 into 25 is 3. So we have to select go to table number 4, and from table number 4 you have to consider H by W, and from H by W we have to consider the different wind modes at each of the grid lines which is the building being subjected to, and accordingly the wind loads are assigned. And once that assigning is complete you have to go to analyze. You have to analyze the all the loads which has been analyze the building for all the loads which has it been subjected to. And once the analysis is over we have to go to design, and from this design you have to run the design, and run concrete design is already concrete slab design has been already been here, and from this concrete we have to say start designing. Once the start designing is done you'll find the building takes up the complete designing option. It takes a bit of time, and once it is complete you'll find there is an notification from the design software. It will say whether if it is safe or not, whether it is complete or not, whether some of the reiteration is there. Then you will find, then you have to go for the next higher section of the columns or the beams which has already been considered. You have to go for the next higher section, and once that higher section is being chosen, and again you have to run the design. Again the software is operative, and till that time the whole there is no notification saying and the building is safe and the complete design is complete. This is the way the designing part has been done, and I have been taught by Sky5 Labs in this program, online program of AICTE. So I thank the complete team of the Sky5 Labs. This is a very effective course undertaking and being taught by Sky5 Labs under AICTE, which gives a very interesting step-by-step approach of learning to design tall buildings. Thank you very much.